When you are on a healing journey, there is one thing that you can do for yourself every day to really tap into yourself, become a more compassionate, loving, understanding person for you, and really understand yourself from the core, from a deeper perspective. Now, as a healer, as a spiritual coach, I work with my clients every day to help them do this because the more that we understand ourselves, the more that we know what's going on inside of our system, inside of our body, inside of our nervous system, the more that we're paying attention to our thoughts and our feelings and our actions because of those thoughts and those feelings, the greater success you're going to have in your life, whatever it is that you are doing, whether it's your business, whether it's relationships, whatever it is for you, manifestation, all the things. There is one thing that you can do every day that will help get you where you want to go. And this one thing will shift your energy all day, every day, hands down, the quickest that of anything that I have ever found. So, what is this one thing? It is being in touch with what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Now, do you on a daily basis, and sometimes more than once during the day, how many times have you checked in with yourself and asked yourself, what am I really feeling? What am I really thinking about any situation that's going on? What am I really thinking about my life? What am I feeling? Most people do not do this. And the reason they don't is for when they're not in touch with their feelings, they're not in touch with themselves, and they don't want to deal with it. They think they can just push through and talk themselves out of it and not deal with it. This is the old way of thinking. This is the old paradigm, the old get over it, shove it down, don't deal with it, just push it away. This is not going to get you where you want to go because the more that we shove, the more that we push that energy down there, as women, you're going to have an explosion one of these days. It's going to happen. I see it in women's energy all the time. I see this explosion, this volcano that is brewing right underneath the surface. And they don't understand why they're so short-tempered or why this one person just annoys the hell out of them, or, they can't seem to talk to this person. Anytime they get in their energy, they're just annoyed. And it's because you've got all this brewing underneath the surface and you're not willing to look at it. One of the exercises that I do every single morning is I ask myself, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? What's going on inside my head? Anytime that I am having some weird feelings in my stomach, I ask myself, what was that? What was that thought that you just had? And is that in alignment with your truth? Because these feelings do not feel good because not in alignment with who you truly are, which is that beautiful spiritual being here to have an amazing experience here on planet Earth. And you're already worthy. These thoughts that we have, these feelings that we have, are most of the time our ego beating us down, trying to keep us small and safe. And they're not your truth. They are not in alignment with who you really are. They are not in alignment with your worthiness of already being worthy, not here to prove yourself. All of our childhood things have taught us, a lot of people that I work with, that they have to prove themselves, that they have to just keep going, that they have to just, be a people pleaser and do what everybody tells them to do in order to be loved. And that isn't true. And the reason it doesn't feel good is because it's not true. Um, it is a lie that we tell ourselves in order to make this life make sense to us. And as kids, we had to do what we had to do in order to get to survive. But as adults, it is your job to step out of that. It's your job to become aware of what you are thinking and what you are feeling, and to ask yourself, is that in alignment with who I truly am? Is that in alignment with who I know myself to be? Because there is a higher spiritual part of you who knows that you are already worthy. There is a higher spiritual part of you that knows you're not here to prove yourself to the world. There's a higher part of you that knows and understands that you are already worthy and you're just here to have an experience. And that part of you understands your true mission. So when we can tap into that part of ourselves, ask ourselves, is this really in alignment with who I truly am? And if not, what do I need to shift? What do I need to do in order to shift out of this? This is where I go in. I work with my inner child almost every day. I talk to her. Last night, I had a situation in my business. Something came up. Some things were happening. And I had to go in and ask her, is this the truth of who you are? The answer was no. There were some things that happened. I immediately felt this wave of unworthiness and not good enough. And I had to go tap in with myself and ask myself if that was my truth, and it was not. And then I had to do a little bit of energy shifting and working through it, a little bit of nervous system balancing, and to really tap into this part of who I am. So if you can do this every day, this is going to be life changing for you. Get a journal, write out, what am I feeling today? What is going on inside of my brain? And is that who I really am? Is that in alignment with my higher self? This is a life changing exercise. And if you will do this, it will change literally the way you feel about yourself. You will start to understand your patterns. You will start to understand your body when you don't feel good. What's going on? What was that thought process? This really is such an awareness exercise. Everybody needs to be doing it. So let me know in the comments, what are you thinking? What are you feeling today? And is that in alignment with your truth? I want to hear from you. And make sure and do the journaling exercise. Let me know how it goes. Come back, save this video, come back and tell me how it went for you. What did you discover about yourself? And is that your truth? And I can't wait to hear. So much love. Talk to you soon.